One more prerequisite for doing the project work. In order to take the printout of a file, what we do is the data is written to a text file and the text file is opened using the application print. So we need to study how we can write data to a text file, how we can process a text file. Okay, so today let us discuss that prerequisite for doing the project work, basic operations on text files. You can take a new file. After that, you can save the file. It's already saved for you. Now you can write a comment. Yeah, the comment is written. Now after that, you can import the necessary modules. Depending on the need, you can do that. After that, let me write a function to display the menu. And these are the options present in the menu. Option number 1, insert records. Option number 2, display the records. Option number 3, calculate the size of a text file. Option number 4, count the number of words present in the text file. Option number 5, count the number of lines. And option number 6, exit from the program. So actually, you don't need these many options for the project work. Now there is a second midterm exam. For the second midterm exam, text files is included. Okay, so at that time you need these options. Now after that, let me create a function for reading the choice. You know this, nothing to explain. Now after that, let me create a function to insert data into the text file. Or in order to read a string from the keyboard, I will create a function and the string will be inserted into a text file. So let me create one function, read string, read string. Certainly you can write a comment, document string, used it to read a string from the keyboard. And s is equal to input. You can write enter a string. Certainly it must be available in the main function, so you can return yes. Okay, it is available in the main function. Now in order to write a string, you need another function. So let me create a function def write string. Certainly the string should be passed as an argument. From the main function, when you call this function, the string is passed as an argument. Used to write a string to a text file. Okay. So OFS is equal to the first step. The file should be opened for writing purpose. Open function takes two arguments. First argument, name of the file that you want to open. Let me use relative path. And the second argument, why you are opening the file, it is opened for writing purpose. A means appending the data. The existing data is preserved and the new data is written to the end of the file. Now in order to write data, there is a function by the name write. And the string that you want to write is passed as an argument. But this is a function of the object OFS of the offstream class. So it should be called as ofs.write. And once the use is over, you should close the file. Now there is a small problem. The problem is, suppose this is your notepad file. Suppose this is your notepad file maybe str.txt. Okay, so when you write data for the first time, simply write the data. When you write data for the next time, you should insert a new line character, and only after that the data should be written. Okay, so writing data to a text file, this is the only point that you need to bear in mind. When you write data for the first time, nothing to do, simply write the data. When you write data for the next time, second, third, fourth, fifth, etc., you should insert a new line character, and only after that the data should be written. Okay, so let me do that in the program part. Okay, so when you write data for the first time, how can you check whether you are writing the data for the first time? If the size of the file is 0, meaning you are writing the data for the first time, isn't it? Otherwise, you are not writing the data for the first time. How can you get the size of a file? There is a function by the name getSize, and here the path of the file must be written. So maybe I can copy paste this one. Okay, and this function is present in the module os.path. Okay, so if the size equal to 0, so if size, maybe I can uh, let me break here, let me continue in the next line. If size equal to 0, meaning the file is empty, nothing to do, pass. Otherwise, you should write a new line character, and only after that the data should be written. So how can you write a new line character? ofs.write, inside double quotes you can write the new line character. Okay, and only after that the data should be written, and once the use is over, don't forget you have to close the file. So these are the initial functions. The remaining functions will be explained in the next video tutor.